Finally getting out to the range with the 22-250 today. Testing some hand loads. Not sure which of these I'll get through. So this is the Savage 12FV. And like I said, I'm trying out some hand loads again today. Just finished shooting Creedmoor. That's been distracting me from the 12FV and the 22-250. I think I want to start with these 52 grain Sierra hollow point bow tails, which is the H380, 37.5 to 39.2. Hello YouTube, the Gun Nut here. It's another great day to be an American. Let freedom reign. Today I'm doing a video on 22-250 reloading and the results I was able to get using H380, which is the first time I've used this powder in any gun, first time I've ever shot it. Sierra 52 grain hollow point bow tail. It's a nice little bullet. And using Federal once fired brass with Winchester large rifle primers. And the gun that I shot these hand loads in is my Savage 12FV. It's a very budget minded gun with a heavy barrel, and it has this Mueller 8 to 32 power scope on it, a tactical scope. And I think it's a 44 millimeter objective lens on it. Just a couple quick comments there. Because the gun has this, fairly inexpensive Tupperware stock and the fore end kind of bends up, I decided to shoot it off of this Codwell rest instead of using a bipod. Right. So I started out the day just shooting a few factory loads to get the gun warmed up in myself. And the first three Hornady 55 grain soft points, which is very cheap ammo, shot just under an inch. The Hornady 55 grain VMAX was over an inch at 1.34, and I was a little bit concerned here because usually this shoots well under an inch for me. So I'm not sure if I'm assuming it was me. Before I get too far ahead of myself, it was the Savage Model 12FV, 22-250 at 100 yards, 48 degrees approximately, partly sunny. There was a lot of wind. A lot of it was just coming straight at me, but it was kind of all over the place, so that could have had some impact on the results. So we started at 37.5 grains of H380, and my first shots went into 0.84 inches. And the average velocity was 35.73 with an extreme spread of 51.99, a standard deviation of 26.05. And that was with me forgetting to turn on the Crony for the first shot. Moving on to the second charge level, we had 38 grains of H380. And in this case, I know for a fact that this shot was my first shot, and I was actually over on this side of the bullseye when I pulled the trigger. It's just, I didn't quite have the sights aligned perfect, and this is where it ended up. I'm not throwing it out, but I just wanted you guys to know that, because I think this is what I could expect if the shooter did his job. I had 3 shots into 0.26 inches. The fourth shot opened it up at 0.781. And I had an average velocity, again this is the 38 grain level, I have an average velocity of 36.07. Extreme spread at 38.63, standard deviation of 16.88. So things are starting to improve on the standard deviation side. Moving over to the next group. Again, I think this might be the shooter, but I wasn't as for sure if I did this. But 3 shots went into 0.27, and the fourth shot, I don't remember which one it was, but this shot opened it up to 0.83. And this was at 38.4 grains of H380. And at 38.4 grains, an average velocity of 36.35, an extreme spread of 17.47, and a standard deviation of 6.92. So that standard deviation definitely improved for that group. Moving on to the fourth group, we had 38.8 grains of H380. 4 shots went into 0.64 inches. So this was the best group out of the 5 that I shot. And at that load level, we have an average velocity of 36.60, an extreme spread of 18.84, and a standard deviation of 8.06. So still pretty good standard deviation. Moving on to the fourth and final shot with H380, 39.2 grains. We had 4 shots going to 0.86 inches. And at that load level, we had an average velocity of 37.21, an extreme spread of 6.86, and a standard deviation of 3.00. So really good standard deviation numbers on that. Group size was decent. So definitely this 52 grain Sierra Match King hollow point bowtail with H380 has very good potential in my gun. I'm going to take a quick look at the brass. Over here we have the first charge level, those 4 cases. Next 4, I think at 38 grains. And then here's the first 2 of the 38.4 grains, and here's the next 2 of those. I don't see anything that I'm scared about, and I didn't really feel excessive bolt lift except maybe on the last 4. So we get up to 38.8 grains for the next 4. You guys can see those. And then my last charge level here, which is where I thought I started seeing a little more primer flattening, but it's really kind of inconclusive. Don't really see any ejector marks. Well, I didn't see anything there to be worried about. I think I would watch maybe that upper charge level. So looking at the Hodgdon manual, the H380, they show us with a 52 grain AMAX, they show a starting charge of 38 and a max of 41. So maybe there's some more room there. I'd have to look at the Sierra manual. So there might even be some room to go up. But I'm feeling pretty good about what I'm seeing here. And I'm probably going to play around in that 38 to 39.2 range and see if I can hone in on the perfect load for my gun. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. You guys be safe out there.